fixable has been placed to prevent cuts from the taping over the anterior tendons. Before you begin, place the foot into a neutral position. Starting in the midline, use the rigid tape to apply an anchor following the natural curve of the calf. 2 anchors may be required for larger calves. The next step is the application of 3 stirrups with a 50% overlap directly over the lateral and medial malleoli. This allows us to create a certain degree of grip for the rest of the tape to be attached to. Try and be as neat as possible with the taping, as this will improve the functionality of the tape. Once this is completed, we apply the tape in a figure of 6, starting at the same position as the stirrup, directly over the malleolus, and taping around the plantar surface of the foot and across the anterior ankle as shown. This is then repeated on the other side, and the tape is brought across the anterior ankle, once again following that natural curve of the foot. You can see the window that the 2 stirrups have created. While 2 or 3 of these 6s may be applied on either side, a calcaneal heel lock, which is the next step in this process, offers similar support, if not more support for the ankle. Therefore, we shall proceed with 2 to 3 heel locks instead. With the calcaneal heel lock, we begin at the midline and cross over the anterior ankle, underneath the foot and hooking around the heel to finish at the start position. This is repeated on both sides of the ankle. Once again, to begin the heel lock, we start at the midline and go underneath the heel, tuck up and around this heel, and return to the start position. We will do 2 heel locks on either side with a 50% overlap again to provide extra stability to the ankle. As often as possible, try and avoid creases with the tape. We will now proceed to apply the other 2 heel locks. If the aim is to decrease plantar flexion, we can apply an extra piece of tape starting at the midline and around the plantar surface of the ankle. Take care to avoid taping too close to the base of the 5th metatarsal. Now return to the start position. This strip of tape will help decrease plantar flexion. To finish off, we simply apply 2 anchors. Alternatively, you can lock off the entire ankle as shown to avoid cuts and blisters. However, this is not essential. Once the tape is complete, have the patient stand up and walk to ensure that comfort is maintained. It is expected that the tape will stretch after application.